Hi guys, this is Dominique Ballard. I'm from the Little Cake Shop, and I'm going to be showing you a product that we've developed here. It's called Cake Crack, and if you haven't seen it before, excuse me, this is the kind of effect. Let me just get you. This is the kind of effect we're going for. This is one I just made a couple minutes earlier. And see how it's all crackly. Now, all you need to do is take your pot of cake crack, this lovely stuff, and put a little bit into a bowl. You don't need that much. It will go quite a way. 150-gram pot will probably last, probably cover about a 20-centimeter, 8-inch cake. And you probably have leftover for cookies as well. Hi guys, nice to see you. Now, all I'm doing is putting a little bit of water in gradually. Make sure you don't put too much in at once, because otherwise you'll be adding crack. And we're Dutch here, so we want to be very zuinig. Now, you can use alcohol if you want. Then it will just speed up the process a bit of drying. This will only take a couple of minutes with just water in it. So it's not really necessary, but if you want to be really quick, you can do alcohol instead of water. See how that's become a thick paint, kind of like maybe cream, double cream. And what I'm going to do, I want a little bit thicker. I'm not going to add more crack because I'm Dutch. And we're very stingy. Uh-oh, I'm going to get problems with that one. Anyways, I'm going to put in a little bit of cornstarch. This is my maizena, just to make it a little bit thicker. Hi, guys. Hi, Shanti. Who else is there? Is Yolanda there? Anyways, so now it's become a little bit too thick. I'm going to add more water. Hi, Vera. Hi, guys. And a little bit more water, because it will absorb the water as it sits. Because I don't want too thick of a paste. Too thick of a paste. Oh wait, I'm getting all messy here. Because if it's too thick, it will be really hard to brush on. But I don't want it too thin either. If you have a thinner paste, you get more of this effect. Let me just get it over here. This is more of a thinner one, and I've put on quite a bit of water. Okay, now let me just get some more water in there. Live, everything is going more nervously than I usually. Who's there? Hi. Hello. Now, let's see. Just a little bit more here. You want to get it, you know, probably about that thick, depending on what kind of effect you want, because you can get it thicker or thinner, depending on what you want to do with it. You can also put it directly onto cookie dough. So you've made your cookie dough, and you rolled it out and you cut out the shapes you want. And then you just brush it onto the cookie dough and bake it as you would normally, 170 Celsius and probably about 350 Fahrenheit. And then you have this really cool effect. I'll go see if I can find a picture of the cookies. Okay. Now, that's all ready. What I'm going to do now is, hi Ruud, even niet, ben live. That was Ruud, a friendly neighborhood gentleman who wants to say exactly at the wrong moment. Who else is there? Toos. Hi Toos. Toos van Dijk. Hello. Who else is there? No one else. No one wants to see my demo. Well, it's nice and cozy with you guys then. Let's see. I'm just putting on a little bit of Crisco here. You can use Trex, Crisco, any kind of fat. I don't know if I would go with oil though. You just want a really thin layer of this stuff. Just clean my hands off a little bit because I'm getting a bit dirty. And you just put on a little thin layer. If it's too thick, then your crack won't stick. Hi, Louisa. Hello, Alexandra. Hi. I'm just rubbing on a little thin layer of Crisco onto there. This is just a piece of black fondant. It's super fondant, our own brand. And I've cut it out. Doesn't have anything special or anything. Now, I've made this up with a little water, like I showed you, a little cornstarch. It's become a nice thick paint. Kind of like a wall paint that you would like acrylic wall paint. Got that? Okay. Hi, Francisca. Hi, Peggy. Now, let's see. I'm going to get my brush. I got a soft brush here. See this soft brush. If you have a silicone brush, you know, for pastry, butter and pastry and stuff, then you can use that as well for a different effect. And I'm just getting my brush nice and loaded. It's got lots of paint on it. Crack paint. And then, I hope you guys can see this all right. Okay. All I do is, it's really, really important just to do one direction. Excuse me. One direction. If you go back and forth, you will not get the effect. So just do one direction. Instructions are also on the pot, of course. And then just paint it on like that. And you paint it on like that. Okay? Now, if you want, you can go over it once more. But don't go over it too many times. So say you've got a couple of patches you're missing. You want to go over it again. You can do that. But not like several times. Okay, that's it. Hi, guys. Hi. Now, as you can see, it's already starting to crack as we speak. It only takes a couple of minutes. Let me just get my hands clean, because otherwise it looks kind of messy on the screen. It only takes a couple of minutes. You just leave it there, and you don't even have to put it in the oven, or, I mean, yeah, I guess you could to speed it up, but I wouldn't, because it only takes a couple of minutes. And as we speak, it will start to crack. Now, every time you do this, the pattern is different. So here's one I did a couple minutes ago. And I've done it on black so that you can, excuse me, I've done it on black so that you can see it really well. And this is just a couple minutes. It hasn't dried completely yet. But when it is dry, you can just touch it. It won't smear or anything. And you can paint on it. You can put royal icing on it. You can dust it. You can do basically anything to it because it gets like a hard layer. Now, that one is a bit thicker. The paint is a bit thicker. I'll see it there. And this one, the paint is a bit thinner, and it's also been drying for a while now. So let's go back to what we have just done. And if you blow on a little bit, or you get a, well, maybe blowing wouldn't be too good of an idea, but you get a blow dryer, it will make it go a lot quicker. Hi, Cindy. Hello. And just leave it. Now, here I got another one. If you want to do it a little bit thicker, ooh, goodness me. Just put some more water in there because it's all dried up now. And see how quickly that dries. I'm going to put a little bit more in. And make a big mess, of course, like I always do. Put a little bit more in. Now I'm going to put a little bit more cornstarch this time. It's maizena for you guys. Put a little bit more in this time. Get a little bit thicker paste. These are wonderful brushes, by the way. I love them. And then I'm going to put a little bit Crisco in there. Put just a really, really light coat. This is just to seal off the fondant so the cake crack paint doesn't sink in. Am I boring you guys yet? And you only really only need a little tiny bit. You can do paneling on cakes, and you just let the fondant dry out a bit in the panels, so you can pick them up easier. And then you can put the crack on the panels. You make a lovely weathered wood effect, or you can paint it directly onto the cake. And see how this is a bit thicker than the one I just used? I don't know if you can see that. Oh, what's going on? Are we still here? Is everyone still here? Because my telephone's... Oh, storage is full. Oh, great. iPhone. Okay. As I was saying, I've made it a bit thicker now. And you have to be a little bit more patient when it's thicker by putting it on. But if you're just that way, let's see. And you get your brush nice and full. Then it'll go on lovely. Cookies is just wonderful. I love it on cookies. Okay, there we go. Now, shall we see how our first crack is doing? Let's see. If I can just bring it up. I don't want to loosen my phone now. Are you guys all there? See how it's already starting to crack? It's only been, I think, about half a minute maybe. Not even. Can you see there how it's already starting to crack? And again, the different consistencies that you use will give you a different effect. And if you use alcohol, it will give you a slightly different effect. And if you use more Crisco, less Crisco, more water, more, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. More cornstarch, less cornstarch, more crack. Look at me, I'm a mess. You guys have any questions? Let's see, and this is the one I did earlier, and you see how there, now it's starting to crack big time. So if you let that dry, you want a bigger crack even, you just let it dry a little bit and then you pull it out. See that? Just very slightly. I hope I'm getting this centered. Very slightly pull that out. And you'll get an even bigger crack. This is really cool on like a stone effect for your base, for your cake. Anyways, guys, that's the demo of the cake crack, and this is the one I just did. Let me get this off. And show you how in just a couple of minutes it's already started cracking. You see that? Now that will go even further. Oh, keep it in focus. That will go even further as it dries. Any questions, people? Is En nog vragen? So, that was the demo. I'm going to leave you now. And if you have any questions, just ask on our page, okay? Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.